Okay, so we are all set with our resumes. We've put everything that we needed to put on our resume, and we are getting ready to look for a job. So, where do you go? So, the first place that we're going to look is on a public platform called Craigslist. Easy, uh, very simple, affordable, and free sometimes, depending on what you have to sell. So now that you have made your resume, you've highlighted your strengths, you've decided what you're going to do, what do you do now? You look for a job that suits you. So the first thing that you want to do is decide, okay, what kind of employment am I looking for? And we're going to start with Craigslist. You're going to log on to their website. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to go through a Google search. I've also put the link at the bottom so you don't have to go through the Google search, but I'm going to show you both ways. You do not have to create an account. You only need to create an account if you are going to sell something or you are going to sell a service. But in order to apply for a job on Craigslist, you do not need to have an account. You have to have a valid email and contact. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to search the categories and then you're going to apply for the job that you want. Okay. So, first thing you're going to do, this is the instruction, and then we're going to actually do it. You're going to open up your internet browser and you're going to type in Craigslist. So you'll go to Google, or I think you can go to Bing or another search engine, but Google is the best. And you type in Craigslist, and I even typed it in correctly just to show that it will pop up the correct version of it. So we have Craigslist, the main website. We have Craigslist Orange County. We have Craigslist LA. I'm thinking Louisiana because Craigslist Los Angeles pops up here, and then Craigslist Inland Empire. So you're going to click on the area that you want depending on where you live so that you have the job that's closest to where you live. You're free to click on Orange County if you live in Riverside, if you want to travel that far, but it's about a 45-minute drive with no traffic. Then you're going to select the category in which you are looking for employment, and I'll show you when we pop up that window. You do not need an account to search and apply for jobs, but you must have a valid email. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this window, and I'm going to go to the job. But first, let me close out of these because we had done this before, and I just want to show you where to go. So I went to Google. Here's my Google window. And so I'm going to click, or I'm going to type in Craigslist. And Craigslist happens to be one of the most popular searches. So it pops up. Look at, there's even one in Ventura. So we're going to do Craigslist Orange County. And when you know that you've searched for this before, let's say, for instance, you go and you search for one of these. If you click on it and you've opened up the window, it'll be purple the next time you go to it. So if you have trouble remembering which one you clicked on, you can go to the purple denotation. For instance, if you look down here, Orange County Jobs Craigslist, it's purple because I clicked on it already. So we'll go to Craigslist. So here is everything available for sale or buy or trade, services. Even if there are people who want to sit and talk, you can look for a house or an apartment. So if you were to go on Craigslist and you had an account, you can create a posting and you can sell something. For instance, I'm selling something in the jewelry section, and I won't click over on it, but so I had to open up an account, create some personal information, and then upload pictures for that. But you can search Craigslist. You can look on directions on how to use it, but we're going to go straight over to the jobs. It's alphabetized starting with A. So if you want an accounting type job, you click on that. But we're going to go to administrative and office work, and that's like secretary or office manager work. So I clicked on it. There are 120 entries just on this page alone, 662 jobs available. That doesn't mean that they're all for you. But over here in the left-hand margin, you can narrow your search titles only. If you only want to be within 5 miles from home, then you click on how many miles. Oops, let me go back to that because I want to make sure that you can click in your zip code, employment type if you want full-time or part-time, and it will narrow your search down to what you're asking for. We're going to click on payroll and data entry clerk. So this little box right here is for your email, and this is so that you can reply and ask any questions. I would recommend doing that because then they see your email address, they see your name, they see that you're interested in the job and you're asking important questions that are related to the job. Over here, they have a map which shows a general area of where the job is going to be available. It looks like it's off the 405 somewhere, and I believe this is the 55. So you know that if you want to work in Costa Mesa, this job might be one for you. So this is just a little blurb about the employment. They put that in there to show how you are going to be working with other people. It looks like it says interview on the spot and bring your resume. So if they call you back and say interview on the spot, then you make sure that you're ready. They want somebody right now, looks like. All of these are your responsibilities. These are things that you're going to be doing with the job. Please read through that list carefully and make sure that all of that fits you. Qualifications, I want to kind of highlight a few things. If it says preferred, it means that they are looking for somebody who can do that or fits that qualification, but it doesn't mean that it's necessary. It doesn't. If you do not have a year and a half or more than a year of office experience, you have 6 months, I would still apply for it. Okay. They want you to at least have a high school degree. That's very important for most jobs today. So if you do not have your high school degree or a high school diploma, I would probably try to take care of that first. Okay. It tells any extra things. Looks like you need to perform essential functions of this job. Physical demands are basically representative of somebody who sits in an office. Okay. Compensation means your salary, and it says to be determined, and they want to see if you have lots of experience and you don't have to be trained too much, they might pay you a little bit more, and that's something that's negotiable between you and that employer. Employment type means full-time, so they want somebody 40, it could be 35 hours a week, it could be 40, it could be 45, and then you get a lunch break. That's something that you need to discuss with the employer. Oops. I almost clicked on that, but you can go ahead and click on the link, and there should be a fill-in menu for an application process, and that's not the same as your resume. They're just asking for simple information. It seems to be that a lot of it's just contact info, and then they call you. You show up, and you bring your resume on your parchment professional resume paper. Okay. Let's go back. I don't think there's anything else that we need for this. I'm going to click on that, and let's go back to our presentation. So here's a picture of what it's going to look like. Here's the search. There'll be this little space bar here that you can click, or you can just go straight up at the top. But it shows you the general Craigslist. And I purposely misspelled it, so even if you misspell it, it should pop up the correct spelling. And then you can click on it. So all you need to do is reply to the ad. Make sure that you're prepared. Read through the ad, print it out if you need to, and study it. And that way you can do research a day in advance and find out what data entry means. Okay, ask any questions regarding the job of the posting, and then wait for the reply. Okay, couple tips. Responding to an ad on Craigslist is easy. It's quick, and it doesn't require a business license yet. Just a valid email, a phone contact, and a good attitude. And we are done. Happy hunting!